Hello and welcome to Recall Game Exploits, and we've got a little update on Sega and Gearbox with the Aliens Colonial Marines game. Basically, they're being sued now, literally, by a company called Edelson, I think it's Edelson law firm in California, for false advertisements for the game, because back in E3, I think it was in 2012, they had a lot, huge demos going on that were 30 minutes long, and the convention before that back in 2011, and so on and so forth, where they showed, actual gameplay footage. It was, said by Randy Pitchford it was actual gameplay. It was, in fact, it was on display during the gameplay. I remember watching these and thinking it was incredible, and obviously the deal is that wasn't actual gameplay. The missions shown in one of the playthroughs, I think that was in 2011, didn't actually appear in the game. That can happen during development. They sometimes drop areas of a game for pacing issues or whatever. And so yeah, they're getting sued, and that's currently going through now. So there's no result to that yet. My prediction, though, it will probably be a success, because when you look at the game, the thing is, you can see gameplay footage and it's not actual gameplay. It is actual gameplay, but it'll be of like an alpha or beta version of the game. I'm just this. But the gameplay will be, it will look okay, but it'll be a bit sketchy, and textures won't be all that, and the lighting won't be fully rendered yet or something, and it will generally improve by the time the game comes out. But the way it's gone for Aliens Colonial Marines, obviously, is it looked incredible. It looked better than pretty much any game on the current gen consoles right now, and it was saying, oh yeah, this gameplay footage, and this is what it will look like on the Xbox and the PlayStation, everything else. And when it came out, it obviously it looked more like it'd gone from a completed game back to a beta of the game, or worse, graphics wise, which was unfortunate. And obviously, like I put in my rumour mill originally, that might have been due to the fact of the many developers working on the game breaking the Red Ring engine that was used for the lighting and everything else, the modified version of Unreal 3. They're being called up for that, and Randy Pitchford put on Twitter that the statements were fair, and they'll be looking into it or something. I don't know exactly what he means by that, because that's sort of seems like sort of a duck of the question at hand. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. So it's now been fully acknowledged that the game, there was some underhanded goings on between the development and the shows at E3 and stuff, to decide that the game actually came out by Sega Europe and Gearbox, or Gearbox lead producer or president, or whatever title he holds, the head guy, have actually came out and admitted, yes, our game came out and it was shite compared to what we showed you, and we did twist the advertisement. In fact, the game's journalistic embargo, however they call it, I know it's an embargo or something, but press embargo, I believe, was the date for that was actually the day of release. So all these media, like sites like, I'm going to say Machinima or IGN or GameSpot or Official Xbox Magazine, all those couldn't actually put out any information of the game, or any opinions or anything like about the game before it's released, essentially. So normally you'd get like a review come out a few days or a couple of weeks before the game's initial release. Yeah, that wasn't the case. So the thing is that they're saying that they didn't even give the consumers a chance to have an educated response to the game. So people like me who bought the collector's edition of the game, well, we pretty much got screwed, unfortunately. I mean, that game, I'll put it in perspective, that game was possibly my most anticipated game of all time, because Aliens is my favourite franchise in movies, and I love the Colonial Marines. I think they're hilarious, and you know, it just wasn't, once again, really wasn't represented very well. The best representation of that universe was unfortunately AVP on the PC and AVP 2. But yeah, just a long sad story of failures really in the Aliens universe, and another hit for Gearbox's and Sega's reputation. I think it will be hard for them to recover this time, because obviously Gearbox had the problem with Duke Nukem Forever, and now Sega have been putting out disappointing game over and over again for a good few years now, since they turned into just a software firm after they ditched the were forced to ditch the console market. But I don't know, I think they got plenty of cash to deal with it, but we'll see how this lawsuit goes, and we'll find out. And just a little thing about the gameplay. The gameplay, it seems, first time I've played the game in possibly over a month now, and I know I said back in the Rumour video, and I will admit this now because I'm not a hypocrite, I did just say I got screwed, but back when I made that video, I was really enjoying the game. I had my friends online, I was playing it all the time, and I was having a great time with it. And then a few weeks after making that video, as multiplayer games go, there is always some kind of exploit. You know, best way to explain that would be possibly Modern Warfare 2. I don't really play COD games anymore either, but Modern Warfare 2 with the Commando Lunge, that was a little exploit. And I can't remember what it's called now. A rocket launcher, it locked on, and basically if someone killed you or something whilst you were using it, it'd explode and kill everything in the immediate vicinity. And those problems with that game, they eventually got fixed. What we've had with Aliens Colonial Marines is, if you picked the warrior class and had a certain set of perks, essentially, on the character, unless you had an auto shotgun, or pretty much only an auto shotgun, and got hit every round on one single alien, then they might go down. Any other gun, like a pulse rifle, fire 2 grenades at it and then unload half clip, and the thing was just run straight through it and kill you. And it would appear that he wouldn't have even felt any of it. It was ridiculous. That was completely overpowered, and it put all my friends off playing it. Plus, like the glitches and the dodgy animations on Xenos, they stopped playing it, I stopped playing it. I went back and played it on my own when making the video, and let's just say the fun factor was lost. I think now that the whole haze of it's my favourite universe, and the pulse rifle, I love that gun and the sound that it makes, and whenever I get, even with AVP 2010, I like that game for a while, and I think it's shit now, and I think it's literally just like a sort of nostalgic haze that goes over me, and I will love it regardless of how bad it is for a certain amount of time, and then it will just die off, and I'll realise how much of a piece of shit it is. But yeah, it's unfortunate, and I've decided to not buy the season pass of Aliens Colonial Marines now, because there's no point going back to play it. But yeah, that's all for today. Aliens Gearbox getting sued, Aliens and Gearbox. Sega and Gearbox getting sued, and they're probably in a bit of trouble, to be fair. Maybe not from the initial lawsuit, most likely when they get screwed by the lawsuit. I don't think that will be the main trouble for them. It will be their reputations, and Sega's rep is already low, and Gearbox was only just starting to pick itself up off the floor after Duke Nukem Forever with Borderlands 2, and it's gone straight through the floor again. So those companies could be in trouble just because of rep. People would see their names on games and just put them straight out down. I'll be thinking twice before I buy anything from either that publisher or that developer. if I'm honest. But yeah, a little bit depressing, but that's all we've got time for. And by the time this goes out, in fact, last time I checked, we'd only just gone over 1,000 views on the channel, so thank you very much. Thank you to all the subscribers and anyone else that viewed it and happened to enjoy or put a like down or whatever. It's been a blast making videos. Really happy with it. Glad that you find me entertaining or helpful or useful or informative, whatever. Let me know, in fact, you know, what ones of my videos do you prefer? As it currently stands now, actually, my Rumour Mill for Aliens Colonial Marines is the highest viewed video. So I don't know if that's anything to go by. Or whether I just put that out there at the right time, I don't know. But yeah, thank you for watching Recoil Game Next, boys. Thank you for 1,000 views. And I'll see you again soon. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Featured linkies in the description. You know the deal by now. But yeah, bones.